Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Super Mario Maker 2 Super World coverage. Yeah, indeed, no new project quite yet today. We're doing this first. It has been way too long since I recorded one of these episodes. Two reasons for that. First one being, these are extra videos of course, so I don't always have the chance to upload one of these videos because I need to have an open spot in my Let's Plays. Those always come first. But since I never start a new project in the same week another one ends, I sometimes have some open spots in those Let's Plays, and that's where these videos are for. And the last couple of projects fitted like a glove into the weeks. That was one of the reasons. And 2 weeks ago, when I did have an open spot, I wasn't able to record this game because of other reasons. But today we're finally doing this again. So tomorrow is going to be the new project, but first we're going to continue with Super Treecks Originals World. It's been more than a month. 2 months perhaps even, I'm not even too sure anymore. Way too long, anyway. However, I have not forgotten about this, we're still going to complete this eventually. Oh, and another note on that. You don't have to worry about the next episode, because unlike last time, this time I already know which the next spot is going to be, so the next one is not going to take another 2 months. A little bit less next time around. However, we are at World 10, it looks like. Don't trust the game saying World 2, we all know it's World 10. Please don't make me edit that, it's way too much of a hassle. Just remember, we are in part 2 of Super Treecks Originals World. So, the second half of it, you might say, is also going to be called World 1 through 8, but we all know we're in the 10th world. That said, let's get started, because I feel like playing some Mario. Okay, in a tight spot we have first. This is going to be a long one. I hope you're not claustrophobic, because we are going to be in very tight spaces for a pretty long while. And that's also the whole idea behind this level. The gimmick I went for here is, as you can see, very narrow corridors. A stage where you barely have any room, so you better get used to using this trick. The rolling move, in order to make the crawling go a little bit faster. But that is not all, we also have to do boss fights in these narrow spaces. First one being a simple boom boom. Although, in this cramped up space, he's not per se simple. Come on. I don't like his invincibility frames. There we go. See, was that so bad? Okay, and now the real challenge begins. This looks quite easy at first sight, but trust me, it isn't. This actually requires you to roll in exactly the correct spot, because otherwise you're going to end up falling, like I am over here. Okay, let's try that again. You don't want to roll too quickly, because you'll fall through the holes, but also not too late, because if you initiate your roll too far to the edge, you will actually also fall down, so this is actually pretty sophisticated. Okay, second boss fight is against Pom Pom. This one can be a little bit more tedious. It's called tedious because Pom Pom, in all honesty, only has one place to spawn. In this little room over here. But sometimes the game will try to make her spawn somewhere else, and therefore sometimes you need to be a little bit patient before she can appear. And I seem to be getting unlucky with this final hit, because she's staying away for quite a long time already. Come on! There's only one spot for you to spawn. Eventually you'll come here. Okay, checkpoint. Like I said, this is a pretty long stage, so... Okay, what do we have here? This in all honesty also looks pretty easy, but once again, it isn't. Because we're big, we're force big, there's no way you can actually avoid the fire flower that is handed out. And therefore these jumps can get tricky, but the long jump can definitely help you here. Okay, now we have this. This first one is pretty easy, but the second and third one require some precise crouched jumping. There we go. Okay, next up is a part where we're collecting some red coins in very narrow spaces, obviously. Oh, I didn't want to roll that far. Yeah, you do need to be careful, because the cloud, as you can see, only barely scrapes the edges of the platforms we're on, so it's pretty easy to actually miss it. Since you're forced to crouch walk there. And if you do that, you're not the fastest character in the world, so... Okay, final two are up here. Okay, the conveyor belt is interesting. We cannot jump. We cannot walk. We can roll. Even that is still tedious. Okay, there we are. Okay, final one over there. Careful not to get stuck in these trampolines. And there we go. Next part, please. Okay, final checkpoint. And now we get a snake block section. Obviously with very limited space as well. As you can see, it leaves only one space left over for us. So we can barely crouch under it. Oh, I do need to be in time. The game will count that as a squish. Okay, there we are. Only one more part if I can remember correctly. Yeah, indeed, the final of the boss fights against Meowser. Who else? Once again in a narrow space, so hitting him should not be a problem, but also getting hit yourself is not going to be a problem. Okay, just like with Pom Pom, there's no real place he can go, so if he decides to move off screen, there's only one place he can respawn. And there we go. One final piece of platforming in a narrow space, and there we go. Cute little gimmick I once thought of. And a pretty unique one, I'm pretty sure, because I've been playing tens of thousands of levels in Course World, and I've never seen anything like this in the Super Mario 3D World engine, so... Apparently it's not just a fun idea, it's also an original idea. But let's see if the next level is going to be a little bit less original. We have... the chase. Speaking of not original, we've already done the second part of this stage, which is actually non-uploaded, but this one is. Let's see how the idea of the chase got started. Okay, what do we have? Okay, red blocks blocking a pipe, so we need to find ourselves a switch. Here's some more red blocks, so we need to go up here. Ah, there it is. Ooh, but it has a guard. Run away, run away! Damn. This thwomp is kind of a hint of what's coming up next. Just a little warm-up. Okay, the goal is obvious here. We need to hit that block somehow. Because the pipe to the end is blocked off right now. And apparently we need to go left for that. And if you're a true hardcore platformer, you know, whenever you need to platform to the left, something is wrong. You shouldn't platform to the left in a platformer. Something is up here. Okay, some claws here. They don't seem to have any meaning, but they are here. Oh, be careful. Don't want to jump on top of a dry bones the moment he throws its bones, because that will count as a death. Okay, we are blocked off here. But luckily that does not matter, because the door is right over here. Make sure you're prepared the moment you enter this door. Run away! Okay, Mr. Thwomp over here is going to help us hit that switch all the way to the right. But we do need to make sure we stay alive. Oh, that was not a smart move. Help! A little bit too close. Somehow I survived. But okay, that was the idea of the chase. Oh, help! Mean trick. And I must admit, this final part I did not think of myself. It was the person who created this level. I only designed it. This was a co-op creation. And unfortunately, the one who I created this with still remains to be anonymous for some reason. I don't know why, but I'll respect his wish. So, I cannot help you with his name, but just saying I did not design that course alone. But hopefully the next one I did design alone, because most of the courses I did design alone. Next up we have... oh, a versus level. One of the easier ones, in fact. Lucky guess. Okay, this one requires some thinking first. Lucky Guess is in fact a multiplayer course, officially. A racing level, and therefore it's not per se hard to clear, it's just about who gets to the finish first. And the gimmick is, you will get multiple split pathways throughout this entire stage, and one of them is faster than the other ones. And you need to get lucky and guess which the fastest route is. And if you can clear this before the other players. Let's try to get the wrong route every single time. Hopefully I remember where the correct pathways are, so I can also figure out where the wrong ones are. And therefore make me take the longest possible clearing this stage. Okay, let's go left, because I'm pretty sure the right door is the correct one. Yeah. Here, as you can see, the top pathway is from the other door. That is a clean path without any obstacles, unlike the one I'm going through now. Okay, that's going to be my challenge for this course in order to make it interesting. Let's see if I can still do this within the time. I should be able to do so, because I'm pretty sure I did test that out at some point. That even if you take the wrong path every single time, you should still be able to finish this course in the given time. Let's test that theory here. Oh. I can be such a stinker sometimes. Okay. Okay, let's go through the middle one. Should be a wrong one. Drum rolls. Yeah. And with drum rolls, I did not mean the time is almost up. Still 100 seconds left. Okay, 3 of them are wrong. Yeah. As you can see here, that's basically where the gimmick is about. There's always only one pathway that is faster than the rest. So even if there's tons of pathways, like over here, 4, there's still only one that is faster. Okay, and why did I put those donut blocks on the pathways that don't have any doors? Only now just realized that. Okay. Oh, this part is fun. There we go. Top one is wrong. This can be tedious. Stupid wind. Okay, not as bad as I thought, but still. I did get hindered, so time is draining. It should be a wrong one. Yeah, indeed, the far left one was the correct one. Come on, hurry up. Time is carrying me a little bit, to be honest. Okay, but this should be the final one. 5 pipes. Yeah, and this is another wrong one. See? Plenty of time. The wrong pathway every single time. Very unlucky. And still more than 20 seconds left, so... This course just passed the exam. It is possible to do in every sense of the word. Even if you get in the most unlucky situation thinkable. Course number 4 of today is Autoscroll Boss Rush. Hey, we already did Boss Rush level. No, this one is going to be a little bit different. Autoscroll Boss Rush is literally what it says. We are fighting a couple of bosses with Autoscroll. Just remember, all of these bosses are actually designed to fight standing still in an arena of sorts, not while the screen is moving. So every single boss in this game works a little bit differently the moment the screen does not stand still. And that is the interesting gimmick I was trying to go for here. So let's go over them one by one. Starting off with Boom Boom. His deal, as you may know, the moment you hit him, he retracts into his shell and will start moving. And this is something we can use in order to keep him on screen. So make sure he does not come out of his shell too far to the left, because he will scroll outside of the screen and there's no way to get him anymore. Okay, boss fight number 2, obviously going to be Pom Pom. Immediately hit her. It's an easy first hit you can do before she teleports away. The rest of the fight can be a little bit more tedious. You need to get lucky for her to spawn far enough to the right so she stays on screen. Okay, I got really lucky here. Normally it is possible for her to spawn a little bit to the left. You can still try to hit her with fireballs. But trust me, you're going to have to use that reset door multiple times normally with her. But I got really lucky here. Okay, boss fight number 3. Meowsher, obviously. Meowsher can be somewhat weird to fight. He's normally already weird, so definitely with Autoscroll going on. Okay, I got lucky here. I'm getting way too lucky with these bosses. I'm trying to show off how tedious these guys can be, and they refuse to be tedious. But luckily, we have an ace up our sleeve. We have a 3 Meowser boss fight. No, oops. I don't have a fire flower, help. Yeah, this is where things really get interesting. The solo Meowser boss fight, this can already happen, but as you may know, Meowser has a tendency to fly off screen. And especially here on the Autoscroll, that can be somewhat weird. But luckily, we still have the 3 Meowser fight. Oh. Okay, reset door. At least I needed to use one of those. Okay, we need to defeat at least 2 of these guys. So hopefully they start flying off screen quite quickly, because that way it's usually only 1 Meowser at a time you have to look out for. The other 2 usually are off screen, if you know what I mean. Okay, there's 2. That's all we need. The third one is only for bonus. So let's finish this off. As you can see here, 2 keys required. We enter the flagpole. The third one is just, yeah. My attempt in being funny. But kudos if you're actually able to do it. Defeating all 3 of the Meowsers there is definitely no easy feat. But okay, that has been it for the regular stages for now. And as you may have noticed, we have not seen a single new course yet. I've noticed while going through this Super World, at the moment I designed it, I tried to go for at least 1 new unuploaded stage per world. Of course, it's not going to be in every single world. I don't have enough new stages for that. But yeah, we have not seen one yet today, so this final one might be one. Fingers crossed for some new content. Yeah, indeed. The Bowser Bounce. This is a pretty interesting concept. And this is how it works. As you can see, we are handed a spike shell. Or must I say a spike helmet. Because yes, you're supposed to put this on. And it's time to actually do some juggling. Yeah, you heard me correctly, juggling. As you can see, we have some fireballs entering the screen. And that is because a big turtle friend, Bowser, is going to be the other side. In fact, 3 of them. And we need to juggle these guys, because as you can see by the mission at the top left screen, we are not allowed to jump. And yet, we still need to take these guys out. And that is where the spike helmet comes in. And this is all about control. That's basically the genre of the stage, you might say. How well can you control your character? Because, of course, you cannot be too far to the left of these Bowsers, because then they will fall to the ground. You can also not be too far to the right of them, because then they will start bouncing to the left and going off screen, therefore, also failing this mission. So the mission here is stay between the middle of the Bowsers and the left side of them in order to bounce them to the right until they are taken out. And only the final one will present us a key, which we need in order to finish off this stage. Interesting idea for some reason at some point had. Still don't know why I thought of this, but still. Eventually I decided, hey, I can make a course out of this. I'm pretty sure my inspiration for this was while playing one of these nighttime airship stages where you have the low gravity for enemies, of course. I did notice at some point you can actually juggle some enemies because of their slow fall speed. And before I knew it, I created this Bowser juggling stage. I know, I should be forbidden to play Super Mario Maker 2. But anyway, all that said and done, the course is done. The flagpole's the only thing we are allowed to jump for. There we go. You can scratch another world. It only took me 2 months to create this episode, but the moment I did, I was able to clear off another world without dying a single time again. I'm making a habit out of that. I need to get some super expert courses in here quickly. Perhaps this next world can do that. World 11 or World 3 of the second part of Super Treecks Originals World. But for that, we're going to have to wait until next time. Because I see 20 minutes approaching, and therefore the end of this episode, I call it quits. But that's just for this recording session, because in all honesty, I do feel like still playing some Mario Maker 2, but for this recording, this has been it. Another world completed. Next month is going to be another opening for Super Mario Maker 2, so then I will continue with the Super World. In the meantime, I will continue playing on Course World. And this is not the way to Course World. Why do I always press the home button the moment I try to open the main menu of this game? Trust me, even after hundreds of hours in this game, I still always do that. The moment I want to go to the main menu, I always press home for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's not the first time, even on video, that happens to me. In this game, I can clear courses, no problem. But I'm struggling opening the main menu. I'm a lost cause, I know. But anyway, tomorrow a new project will begin, and after that we will continue with another Mario Maker episode, I promise. See you folks then. Treecks out.